Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your libertarian car guy, coming at you from the Lexus GS350, about which I'll have more to say later. Right now, what I wanted to talk about, or rather, I wanted to ask a question about, and a question directed toward the Coronamaniacs, monomaniacs, who think that Corona should be the central organizing principle of society, and that their fear obliges us to submit to any imposition or accommodation necessitated, as they see it, by their fear. At any rate, the question that I have, which I address at greater length in a column up on the website, is simply this: how does a mask protect anybody from getting sick if the wearer isn't sick? Now, I know, they'll say, but you could be asymptomatic. You might be sick. So then I pose the question in reply, well, does that mean that I am entitled to insist that you keep your hands in plain view, maybe on the table, whenever we interact, because you might be a thief and I'm scared you're going to pick my pocket? Does that mean that you should submit to my insulting and degrading demand, my emotional blackmail, that you should accept being characterized as a thief because I'm worried that you might be a thief? Same thing as far as this whole business of being forced to wear a mask, despite the fact that you're not sick, because somebody is scared that you might be sick. It is an elaboration, when you really think about it a little bit, of the whole schema and doctrine of political correctness, which reverses the usual dynamic, by which I mean if you say something and the other person is offended by it, then they're being offended by it, defined by themselves, obliges you to apologize for it. Objective reality, in other words, does not matter. Same thing with this mask business. It doesn't matter that objectively you're not sick. This asymptomatic thing is an outrageously obnoxious concept because it's without limit, without end. You could be asymptomatic for the rest of your long life, right? There's no way to establish that you might not be sick. It's the craziest, sickest thing I've yet come across in my entire adult lifetime of being a commentator and observer of political things. It's just halting, the breadth of it and the insolence of it. And yet, all too many of us have submitted to it out of this emotional blackmail, because we are being made to feel as though we're somehow bad people because we're going to kill Granny. We don't care about the community and all of this other stuff. And again, it's of a piece with Al Sharpton screeching racism whenever anybody dares to criticize anything Al Sharpton has to say. It doesn't matter that you're not racist and that you've got a legitimate question or point to raise about something that Al Sharpton says. He's trying to make you shut up by screaming that you're a racist, i.e. you're a bad person, your motives are vicious, and therefore we don't have to deal with your factual rebuttal point question. Well, I think it's time that we stopped giving in to this emotional blackmail, stopped accepting that because somebody else is scared of something or doesn't like something, that it's our obligation to just do whatever they tell us to calm them down, make them feel better. I have more about this up at epautos.com, and if you're interested, please stop by and have a look and leave a comment if you agree or disagree. We have no issue at EP Autos with logical, rational disagreement. Now, you will get the clover button if you just start calling me names and emotionally outpouring your indignation. So use facts, use logic. Tell me why I'm wrong using facts and logic. And I will look forward to reading all of these things. And in the meanwhile, thanks as always for listening. Thanks as always for reading. And also to those who support the site, thank you very much for doing that. It's what enables me to keep doing what I do without having to worry about offending Google and Twitter and all of the lefty social media platforms that also are publishers. You guys probably know all about that. So again, thanks, and we'll catch up with you again soon.